this week again, we've been just going through and trying to clean up the details. The big thing is the Kimball console, trying to make it look decent and functional. And at this point, I think we have it. Here again, once we get electricity to it and can test it out, we'll really know. Did do one thing of interest. There's one piece of the original organ that's on it. Underneath the bottom keyboard, there's a light for the pedal, light up the pedal keys. And that piece of wood came off the original console of the Welty. So we have that, and then there's a little two-note chest downstairs. So a few things from the original instrument are playing in this one. It's basically it. It's just going through and just honing it at this point, which we're doing that right now. We're working on the wind supply at this point, hope to increase that 100% within the next 3 weeks. At that point, then this thing can really begin to shout. Right now, it's very much subdued. But we're finding out as it's mellowing into the space here, we need more oomph. The only way to do that is to get higher pressure behind it. So it's been arranged. It's just a question of the meeting of everybody that's involved to make it happen, which it will. The blower is in Atlantic City. It's interesting. It's an evolution. Well, about 30 years ago, John Shaw, who was a member of the Wilmington School District, and I purchased a Kimball organ up in Scranton that Charles Kerboyne had designed. And the church was going out of business and was being used for something else, so we bought the instrument between us. Some of the sounds went to the high school, Dickinson, and some of the sounds, including the blower, ended up at Ocean Grove. And then we ended up assembling a part of the organ there from the Scranton organ. Well, the blower was not used at Ocean Grove, and so it ended up being sold off and then bought by a gentleman in Atlantic City, totally refurbished, and then find out after it's all done, it doesn't have the capacity for what they need. So I learned about it and figured it's worth a phone call. So last week it was arranged. We own it. Then the unit that's here will go to a church up in Willow Grove. So it's what we did spend to fix this one is about the equivalent of the money that was spent to fix the Ocean Grove blower. So it's sort of an even trade-off, except for the headaches of hooking the unit up at this point here. And once that happens, that's 20 horsepower as opposed to 7.5. So the fans and everything else are heavier, much more cubic capacity. So I'm trusting for the best. Logic says it will do its thing. Once we get it in place and fire it up, then we will really know where we are. So waiting patiently. Things are beginning to play. You can hear little notes squawking in the background. So it's on its way, but slow.
Ready to roll and make it speak.
Awesome.